Oh. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. New bike day for me. I'm super excited. I'm gonna tell you everything about it, but first, let's go shred. New bike ride, by the way. This is a Series Edge. It just came out and it is a bit more affordable than the popular Series MHS that I was using in the past. Okay, first ride on a brand new bike. Woo! Always take it easy on a new bike. I'm gonna redo that section. Oh, you crashed as well? Yeah. You good? I was surprised how slippery that was.
I just lost it on that rock trying to...
I know, I just lost the front wheel as well. Yeah. Okay, gonna take it easy. So quiet. All I can hear are the tires. So fun. Hey, how are you? Carries a good amount of speed. Boogeyman. It's pretty physical here. Oh, skinny. That's where the e-bike is so fun, the uphill. Oh, that is the maximum of my comfort zone. Oh, so steep. The e-bike can eat, it's for sure. Ah, so epic. Oh. It really is an epic lap to try the bike, especially with the section that's coming up, because we are missing some jumps. Hey.
Hey.
Oh, hey buddy, how are you? You good?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Good.
Nice.
Okay, boogie nights. So fun. That's so nice. Big shout out for the builders. Let's go and ride some yard. Oh, that was spicy. I really enjoy riding that bike because it feels like my spin drift in a way, like just as capable, and obviously it pedals a lot. So. Wow, that's epic. Hey, how are you? Hey, buddy. Hey. Nice. And you can also bunny up a 24 kilo e-bike. Now let's get back to the top. Well, I don't really know what to say other than this bike absolutely rips. It is one of my all-time favorites. This is a propane Icano 2 CF. It is a carbon e-bike, 170mm of travel on the rear, 180 on the front, mullet or 29er, but obviously mine is built as a mullet. So I've got a 27.5 rear wheel on the back, 29 on the front. And I absolutely love this machine. It is essentially a mini downhill bike that I can shuttle myself with. I absolutely love riding it. It is a little bit of a mix between the propane tie and the propane spin drift, but it is heavier, which I really like. The weight gives me so much confidence when going down rock gardens, routes, and I really love the stability and the confidence it gives me. I'm used to ride some moto, so this is still 4 times lighter than my dirt bike. So to me, it sounds pretty light. And yeah, I absolutely love riding it. I've done a video last year on almost the same bike. I used to have the blue color as well as the mango, but this year I went for the raw black. It looks absolutely insane. It is a super nice, clean black. And just like all my bikes, I've got this bike protected by ride wrap. Ride wrap's got 2 options, gloss or matte. Me, I went for the matte finish just because it matches the original color of the frame. And ride wrap makes custom protective kit designed for every single frame and brand on the market. So make sure you check them out. There is a link down below. Now let me give you a tour of the bike. Let's start with the suspension. As you know, I've been riding for DVO suspension since 2017. And for the fork, I went for the Onyx 38 D1 SL. So this one's got 2 volume spacer on the front. I feel like that gives me a good amount of progressivity and I can match the rear of the bike easily, which is really important. Balance is always what you want to achieve when setting up your suspension. I run 75 psi of air pressure and I am about 142 pounds. My compression is set essentially in the middle for the low speed and high speed. And overall, I run my rebound fairly fast to keep the bike lively and get a good amount of grip. Now let's move on to the shock. What's new for me on this bike is that I went for the air shock this time, so I can get the bike a little bit more progressive. I run 2 volume spacer onto the positive chamber and I run about 195 psi. Now, if you are in Canada and you want to get DVO suspension serviced, S4 suspension in Whistler is awesome. They take care of my stuff. And if you wish to have a discount on DVO suspension product, you can use the code REMY20. The big new thing for me this year is my wheels. I now work with Noble, which is a Canadian company. My wheels are built directly in Cumberland in British Columbia and everything is custom made. So I've got the TR41, which is the beefier rims Noble Max. Obviously, they are carbon wheels, and since this is for an e-bike, I'm not concerned about the extra weight. All I wanted was the maximum reliability possible, and I've chosen to mount those rims on the Project 321 G3 hub, another Canadian company. Those hubs are made in Toronto. They're super well engineered. They feature some really cool features. You can run center lock or 6-bolt on the same hub. They are basically built to last. They are super well machined. They've got some really cool features. I talk about it at length in another video. Since we talked about the wheels, let's look at the tires. This is my classic combo. Maxxis Assegai on the front, Maxxis DHR2 on the back, both in Dunhill casing to get the maximum reliability and performance, as well as the 3C grip. You can't really beat this combo. I absolutely love it. And I like how it stays consistent with all my bikes and everywhere I ride. For the cockpit, we've got the one-up components E-bar. Those are carbon bars, 35mm rise, 745mm length. And lately, I've been experimenting with running even shorter bars on my spin drift. I talk about it in another video, but the idea behind that is to be able to move and react quicker on the trails. 35mm stem. I've got the V3 dropper post at 180mm. Works perfectly for me. I'm 5'7". By the way, I realized I didn't mention the size of the frame. This is a size medium. Now, since we've been talking about the cockpit, let's talk about the seat. That is the Ergon SM Enduro size small medium. And I've got the Ergon GDH grips. Those are my all-time favorite grips. I absolutely love what Ergon has made. They are really comfortable. The ergonomic shape helps me to get my elbows out, which is a position you want to achieve when you ride the bike. And they've got some really cool feature to provide the best grip with or without gloves, whether it's wet or not. Those have been great. Now, another part that's key for controlling the bike is your pedals. I've got the Time Special 10 pedals. Those are size large. And if you look, I run the pins only on the back. Why? Because that's going to give me a good amount of grip and control when I'm clipped in. But the pins on the front only really help you to get grip when you are not clipped in. When you are actually clipped in, the sole of your shoe does not touch the front of the pedal. So this is why I only run the pins on the back. For brakes, we've got the classic Ace Dominion A4. It's an e-bike. Some people like to run 220, but to me, they have way enough power. So I'm still on a 203mm front and rear rotor. I run the sintered brake pads. Absolutely love those brakes. Make sure you use the code RemyRides15. There's a link down below to basically all the products I run. And if you do make a purchase on Jenson USA using the link in the description, that does support the channel and the videos. So thank you so much for that. Now let's look at the motor, which is obviously one of the key elements of this bike. Propane is one of the only 3 brands to use so far the SRAM Eagle powertrain system. I've talked at length about it on the video when this bike came out, but I really enjoy the system. It is super quiet. It is all integrated motor and transmission, which is why I'm using the SRAM XO cranks, chainring, rear derailleur and shifter. Normally I'll be using rotor cranks as well as the KMC chain, but because of the system, I have to use the T-type transmission. It works really well. And yeah, I've been really enjoying the motor. It is quiet. It is very easy to tune. You have an app and you can change the modes. You can get more power, quicker power. You can really do what you want. So the range mode is essentially to save battery. And I use that essentially when I'm with friends who have a light e-bike from other brands. And therefore I can tune down the power a lot and have essentially the same type of riding feels that they have on my bike. And when I'm by myself, I go on the rally mode, which is essentially a boost, and I get it full speed so I can get as many laps as possible in the shorter amount of time. Yeah, that system has been really cool. It is very quiet. It's been really reliable. Now let's look at the rest of the bike. Little thing I want to mention, my Mudhugger Long Evo. I run a mud guard on every single bike I have. It is a must-have piece. What else we got? We've got a Topic Ninja bottle cage with a little tool on the back. Well, I think that's about it. I'm pretty confident I talked about all the product I'm riding on this bike. But if I forgot anything, please leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to address it. Now, as always, if you want to support the channel, simply like this video, subscribe, and make sure you check out the links down below. When you do a purchase using those links, that really support the channel and that allows me to make more and better video, especially when you purchase on Jenson USA using the link down below. So thank you so much for that. Now, talking about that YouTube channel, I'm gonna be pulling out plenty of riding videos on this bike, but also on my analog bike. And actually, I have some really cool trips coming up, as well as a bike build of a prop and spin drift. It's gonna be pretty epic. And I wanted to add one more thing. As you might have seen, I have started a podcast. I've had so far some really epic guests, Johan Barelli, Steve Van Der Hoek, and more. But the YouTube algorithm doesn't like when one channel mixes a different type of content. So for that reason, I'm creating a third channel. Please make sure you go and subscribe to it only if you are actually going to watch the content. I'll put a link down below. Thank you so much for that. I'll see you next week.